Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday morning. Um, yeah, we are doing this incredible world of humanology thingy. That's what we are doing. Huh? Yeah, humanology. It's really godsend. I'm just a messenger. I didn't create this. God created it. With I just happen to be first discover of all this humanology. Okay, so I'm sharing with you. So it's. It's quite surprising how it works, okay? So, yeah, most likely divine design, alright? Has to be, alright? It's something really cool, okay? So, but math involved is very easy. Uh, yeah, that was my initial reluctance to review, do this again, because I've been doing this for years and years and years, okay? In my notebook, just privately, and also published a lot of novels. In that novel series, I did express a lot of humanologist discovery, and also here, humanologist series. Okay, so yeah. Uh, so how about we do some take a break from humanology and do a little bit of mathematics? How many angles are there within a circle? Uh, the infinity of angles within a circle. It's no brainer really. Okay, so uh, because we don't think too much. Okay, let's say you have 0 and 1 in one dimensional space. Okay, how many numbers are there? Yeah, some kind of infinity, right? We know harmonic numbers between 0 and 1, like 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4. That's alpha, right? It's countable. Okay, so just like infinity of natural numbers, that's infinity unit alpha, right? So yeah, harmonic numbers within this between 0 and 1, we know it's alpha. It's 1 over 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 3, just a natural number of the procession, okay? So, and we know the how many rational numbers are there between 0 and 1? About alpha squared, about. Okay, that's upper limit, right? So, and so how many rational numbers are between 0 and 6? 2 pi, about 6, right? 6.28, details doesn't matter, okay? So roughly, the number number of rational numbers between 0 and 6, like 2 pi, is roughly 6 times alpha squared. Okay, number of rational numbers. Yeah, so it's about that. Okay, about 6 alpha squared rational number angle. How about logarithmic number, logarithmic angle? How about like square root of 2, that kind of angle? We don't really care about that. Okay, so but it's just combinatorial problem. The infinite algebra, cardinality, yeah, it's about combinatorics. Like a square root of b, how many of them are, right? How about a square root of b to the sixth, right? Yeah, alpha times alpha times alpha. So what is it? Yeah, alpha cube. Okay, because they're independent variables. Like probability independent events. Okay. Yeah, roughly alpha to the cube. Okay. So, and if you start throwing in like rational number, you have over okay, and of A B C D E F times G times E F G H, and then plus things like this again. So blah blah blah, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's like alpha to 8. All right, and so on. So yeah, it's just polynomial growth. Okay, so something like that. According to Mr. Cantor, the algebraic number set that's like he says 2 to the alpha, something like that. Well, he called it alif null, but he his definition is 40. Okay, but he got some good insights. So yeah, sure, it could be exponential. I don't know, and I don't want to go too much into detail. Not now. Maybe we'll do it later. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So the set of ideologies, ideology. I mean, we can call it ideologon or idealon. Okay, whatever. The direction. Okay, regarding on or just set of issues. Okay, set of issues. Yeah, ideology set. Not ideology, issue. Set of issues. Okay? But ideology take a certain direction. Okay? But when we talk about issue, we are talking about uh, just kind of absolute value of theta, kinda. Okay? So issues, whatever. It's a set. Okay, why? Because it's ordering doesn't matter. You have issue of abortion. You can be pro-abortion, anti-abortion. Once you take direction, are you pro or anti-abortion? Pro-abortion, anti-abortion. Okay. Then it becomes ideology because it's polarized. You're not no longer neutral. Okay. But if you don't care about abortion at all, then you're neutral. Okay. So that's the kind of thing we're talking about. Just issue. Once you take some direction, then this issue becomes on ideology. So what's an issue? Difference between issue and ideology is this: issue is not a vector, but ideology is a vector. Your ideological position is your position vector. And what's an issue? Issue is an axis. Okay. Yeah, polar coordinate is more appropriate coordinate when you talk about ismology. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So theta defines an axis, right? Right. So that theta, that's the issue. Yeah, it can be expressed, modeled as an angle in polar coordinate. So because one angle it defines an axis, right? So abortion, okay? Are you pro-abortion or anti-abortion? Huh? Or homosexuality? Are you pro-gayist or anti-gayist. We don't. We are not anti-people, no matter what ideology they subscribe to. We love people. We are pro-people. But when we talk about anti-gayism, anti-gayist, we are talking about uh, opposition to the ideology, not people, not gay people. No, we love them. They're people, but we disagree. Okay, and it's just a good thing. Diversity of opinions, freedom. As long as we are civil, respectful, it's good to disagree. Why? Because uh, when people disagree, there's good complementation. Diversity is healthier that way. Okay. Now, yeah, are you anti-gayist? Pro-gayist, anti-gayist? Are you? And how about gun? Are you pro-gun, anti-gun? Okay, and so on and on and on. So there's issue set. Now, ideology, unfortunately, well, we'll use iota. Ideology becomes a vector. So what's the ordering? Uh, like, if you're very strong gun, pro gun, like then so it's the priority, okay? Plus 10, and you are anti-gayist, but mildly so. When it comes to abortion, it's don't care term. You don't, so we are ordering issues according to their absolute value, magnitude. Why? Because sign, assignment of sign, it doesn't matter. You call uh, anti-abortion as pro-life. So you want to assign positive value to your pro-lifeism as opposed to anti-abortionism because you believe anti-abortion is something very positive. So you want to call it pro-life. And you don't want to call it anti-gayism. You want to call it pro-familyism, right? Because you want to portray your ideology in a positive light, right? Yes, no matter what you call it, no matter what sign you assign, it doesn't matter. Because when we talk about two people, if two people agrees, they're both anti-gaysts. So -1 times -5 plus 5. If they disagree, yeah, -3 times plus 5, -15, right? Okay. So yeah, it's invariant. All right, it's coordinate independent. Our definition, our dot product definition of the feelings formula is coordinate invariant. That formula, okay? And that dot product, that definition is not a gimmickry. It's something very real. Okay, I show you. Why? Because that product is not only algebraic expression, also there's some geometrical meaning to it, like angle, absolute value times cosine theta. That's applicable here too. It's about projection, world point of view. It works very beautifully. Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes and we'll review that humanology concept one by one. Okay, it's something really cool. So yeah, it's good to revisit because pedagogically speaking, I'm kind of improving. So okay, that's good. Being more organized. So right. It's nice and sunny spring day. Morning. Morning. Spring morning. Yeah, so good morning. Oh, let me grab my water first. I forgot. So, okay. Uh, so ordering, all right, ordering of issues. Issues become ideologies, like, and we are doing ismology, okay, study of ideologies, okay, and there's a lot to it, okay, because we can look at ismology from physics perspective, the vector field, force field, okay, influence. We'll go over it at some point. There's a lot to this ismology. It's one of the central subject in humanology. Why? Because that's interesting subject matter and also very generic. So humanology, there are many branches. There's copiomology, okay, and ismology, and inside of copiomology you have copium account theory, copium uh, channel theory that deals with like resistance and channel resistance, and that's where the electronics comes into play because it's kind of looks like a circuit. Okay, and we'll go over it one by one. Okay, we have time. I do. I think it's right thing to do. Okay, gold box condition. We'll put it in the back burner. We'll get back to it later. Okay. So. Now, let's take a break from this. Okay, yesterday after the recording, I was eating for some dinner and watching some movie. What movie did I watch? Richard Donner's cut. Yeah, Superman 2. It was interesting, okay? Never before seen scenes, the cut out scenes, collection of that's Richard Donner's cut, the director of Superman 2, okay? I guess he's a good director. Why? Because he did multiple takes of the same scene, and he also not only just multiple different angle, it's also slightly different storyline as well. So he was very experimental. Each scene in Superman 2 movie, he take multiple shots, multiple cuts. I mean, he made a lot of variation. Not only angle of the camera, but also storyline too. Okay, so the standard Superman 2 movie, uh, I prefer that one. Okay, because obviously Mr. Richard Donner, he's not as good an editor as he's a director. He's a fantastic director. Okay, but perhaps not the best editor. Okay, so and yeah, he did have multiple takes for each scene, not only changing the angle of the camera, but also slightly varying the storyline itself. Okay, so that's very good directing. And the standard Superman 2, that final cut, that I prefer that one because it's I think it's superior to Richard Donner's cut. Okay, so but I did watch Richard Donner's cut and it was very interesting. Okay, so it was good. It was good. Okay. I'm kind of cold. All right, so let me turn on the heater. So, what next? Okay, so ideology, all right, and what kind of opinion do you form? Well, it's kind of like this, okay? If let's say you're young, okay, you're just teenager, or maybe you're preteen, or you never heard about abortion, you have no idea what abortion is, but later on you learned about these issues, and if some so you hear about abortion issue for the very first time in your life because you're young, maybe you're 10 years old, okay, back in the days, right? And a close friend of yours, they are pro-abortionist, meaning pro-choice. Okay, so and that friend of yours happened to be your dear friend, so you become pro-abortionist too. Influence, so perhaps peer pressure. Because there's so many people in your social group, your friends, they are all pro-choicist. So you don't want to be counted out, left out. So peer pressure. Okay. Because you're afraid of loneliness. Quoting from X Files. Okay. Yeah, Ghost Who Stole Christmas. Okay, one of my favorite episodes. Or the flip side of this influence is this. Let's say you really dislike, say, President Trump. You are anti-fan of President Trump. You are liberal, and you don't like President Trump, and you found out he is anti-abortionist. So you want to go opposite direction from President Trump because you don't like him very much. So that's why you became a pro-abortionist. It's like action reaction, you know. That happens too. Okay? So that's how you become polarized when it comes to an issue. Yeah? So issue becomes an ideology. Anti or pro. By how much? So issue is a set and it becomes a vector. Order set. Each element has a magnitude and also has sign, polarity. Okay, so that's your ideology vector. Alright? Now, when we talk about two people, okay, yeah, you cannot quite order it the same way because let's say this is Adam. How about Bob? To Bob, his ideology. So this is Adam's ideology. Okay, ideology of Bob. He doesn't care about. So this. Bob doesn't really care about homosexuality issue, gayism at all. Okay, so but when it comes to gun, he's slightly anti-gun. Okay, when it comes to abortion, he is fairly strongly pro-abortion, like pro-choice. Okay, so we are not quite ordering in accordance of their magnitude, absolute value, right? Why? Because it's Adam's world. So this is actually ideology as far as Adam observes about Bob. He may be mistaken, but as far as Adam knows, Yeah, this is Bob's ideology. Okay. So do they become friends or foes? Foes. Or in civilized society, acquaintances. Not friends, but they know about each other. They don't like each other very much, so they don't talk. They just stay away because if they don't want to fight. They're pacifists. Okay, so they just stay away from each other in order to minimize conflict and disagreement. In order to minimize pain and suffering from disagreement. Okay, so that's why they can stay away. When they are close together, I mean, sitting next to each other, because let's say they are classmates. Okay, they're in the same class. So yeah, they go to classes early on so that they stay away from each other. Okay, but once in a while they come to class late, and once in a while they have to sit next to each other. So what do? They talk about weather. They don't talk about politics because they know they'll disagree. Okay, so they talk about weather. They talk about girls. Huh? But they don't talk about politics. Okay, so they talk about something they would agree on. Okay, and the guys, so they talk about girls. They talk about weather. Now, let's do the geometric meaning of that product in humanology. Okay, the feelings formula. Okay, so Adam's feeling about Bob is just Adam's feeling about Bob is Utah Adam ideology, that product deal with. Okay, Bob's ideology as far as Adam knows. Alright? Yeah, -10. Okay. That product. It's not a gimmick, Corey, okay? It does have also some geometric meaning, so this is something real. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do next, we'll take 5 minutes break and then we're gonna go over geometric definition of dot product. Okay? In physics and mathematics. Okay? Yeah. Uh, yeah, we are dealing with n dimension. Okay, because n issues. So vector of n elements. Nth dimension. Okay? Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture of this. I'm not gonna write this down, okay? Because I've written this down several hundred times before. Okay, so this is some theory in humanology that has long history. This theory is like ancient. All right. Okay, let's take a break. Oh. Nah, I'm sleepy. Lazy Sunday morning. Okay, so. Uh, So the concept of dot product, it came from physics. Okay, it's not some arbitrary definition. No, it's not. Okay, it has some physical meaning to it. That product came from physics. Okay, it's about yeah, Newtonian physics. Okay, classical physics. To me, at least, that's the only physics that actually matters. Quantum physics, quantum mechanics, I don't buy it. All right. There's no such a thing as quantum computer. Quantum computing, I don't buy it. I think it's all hype. Bubble, okay. I think it's empty like bubble. All right. Quantum computing, quantum computer. There's no such a thing. Quantum computer. No, no. So if I were you, I wouldn't put your stock on it. Okay. Well, if you ask me, okay. It seems to be all hypes, hollow inside. It's not Intel inside. It's hollow inside. It's a bubble. But that's what it seems to me. Quantum computing. There's no such as quantum computing. There's no such a thing as quantum mechanics. It's all works of man. Okay. Uh, how about Einsteinian relativity? Well, we disproved it. All right, both special and general. Okay, so there's no such a thing as dark matter. There's no such a thing as black hole. No. Anyways, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't waste time on those subject matters because they are all works of man. Okay, so all product of imagination, just like good old Bible says. Okay, so what? Huh? I'm sorry if I disappointed you, but alright. Now, that product, okay, it came from physics, so what is it? Work. S is a displacement vector, alright? So let's say you have some arbitrary point of origin, alright? And you have two position vector. Okay? What's a vector? It has direction and it has length. That's what vector is. So, a particle moves from point A to point B. Alright? So, position 1, position 2, okay? So this movement, in physics, you call it displacement. So this is AB. Okay? Which is P2 minus P1. Vector subtraction. Okay? Yeah. Whew. P1 vector, position vector, it can be expressed as from O to A, right? P2 OB. Okay? So OA plus AB is OB. Because A, they cancel each other out. Because they cancel each other out. It becomes OB. Okay? Vector addition. Alright? So AB is OB minus OA. Okay? Yeah, it goes to the opposite direction. OB minus OA. Okay? Elementary stuff. Okay, so this dot product. Okay, so force and displacement. Okay, space. All right. Yeah, this is energy work. Okay. So, like I promised, I'm breaking it down for you. All right. And this is mathematically defined as all right. So you have an object and a flat surface. All right, and you apply force in a diagonal fashion, and it goes that way. This object. Okay. So that's the angle. All right. So F cosine theta is this guy. Projection of F onto S. Okay? F cosine theta. Thank goodness multiplication is commutative operator. Okay. We thank God for commutativity of multiplication operator. Alright? Yeah, F cosine theta, that's projection. Okay? Or S cosine theta onto F. Same. Okay? Oh, boy. Yeah. There's no such thing as negative energy. Why? Yeah, this can be negative. Like F is that way, right? It's more than 90-degree angle. But if you drag this object that way, then its displacement will go that way. Okay? That's why if you direct that way and the object goes that way, then energy becomes negative. But it doesn't happen. It cannot happen, right? Sure, it can happen if somebody else stronger than you is pulling this object that way. It's a tug of war, right? So yeah, your feeling become negative, your emotional energy, because you lost this tug of war. Sure. Yeah, feelings equation, yeah, it can result in negative dot product. Sure. Like you and your child. You want your child to be just like you. But if your child start doing tattoos, piercings, and start becoming LGBT member, uh, like your child is going into the direction that you don't want your child to go. So you feel bad about it, right? Yeah, feelings equation. Okay. Okay. Now, uh, so in that situation, yeah, we'll go over it again. Okay, there are two ways to deal with. Actually, several ways. So what do you do when your child, let's say, you're anti-gayist, okay, and your child becoming pro-gayist. So you disagree with your child. There are a couple of strategies in order to minimize pain from disagreement. First, you try to change your child. Talk to him, your son, talk him out of it, persuade him, convince him. Let's say that fails. But your son don't like you very much. So maybe your son became a pro-gayist as a resistance against you, his father. Eh? Rebellion to annoy you. Maybe that's why he became gay. Okay? I'm just giving you an example, alright? It can be the other way too. Okay? Let's say you are a gay parent, so you have your husband, you're a man, and you adopt a son, and your son, adopted son, don't like you very much. So as a rebellion, maybe he became straight. So and you try to talk him out of that, and he doesn't listen. So what do? You love your son, so you don't want to disown. Yeah, disownership. That's another way to deal with it. But you don't want to disown your son because he's straight and you are gay, and you and your gay husband love your straight son, so and you cannot talk your son out of being straight. So what do? You may change yourself. Maybe you divorce your husband and you become straight in order to appease your son, to show him some love, so that you maintain normal father-son relationship. So you change yourself because you try to change your son, it didn't work. You want to be happy. You want to agree with your son. You cannot quite increase the distance between you and your son by disownership, because you love your son. You want to spend time with your son. Okay, so yeah, you decide to become straight and you marry a woman just to please your son, and you realize being straight is not that bad. So you start to love your wife, and your son is happy. What? Just giving you some example. I mean, it's kind of going in the same direction, right? Uh, pro-straightism, pro-heterosexualism, because that's the ideology I subscribe to. I'm not trying to convince you or persuade you or anything. I'm just giving you some example. We're dealing with humanology, so it deals with people. So if you disagree with my example, well, that's fine, right? I'm not trying to persuade you. Just giving you some examples. That's all. And I have some my own agendas, and so when I make example, just go into that direction that my ideology has. It's, yeah, force field vector. Okay, okay. So that's the geometric interpretation, the definition. Okay, this force vector you can analyze horizontally. You can decompose a vector. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's decomposition of vector. Okay. Yeah, this parallel equivalency. If you parallel translate a vector, yeah, by definition it's the same vector. Okay, because it has same direction and same magnitude, then identity of vector preserves as long as you don't rotate it. You parallel translate a vector, then it's its identity is preserved because you're not stretching it, shrinking it, you're not rotating it, you're not twisting it. Okay, it's just preserving direction and magnitude. Okay, so okay, back to audition. Oh boy. This is the basics, okay? So let's take 5 minutes and then we'll continue with the basics. So if you're here, okay, I'm really being very kind and generous to you by doing all this. Why? Because this is prerequisites. But in case you didn't learn this, maybe you major in history, English, literature, maybe you major in political science, maybe you majored in those stuff and you didn't learn mathematics, physics, never, that's fine. You are welcome here. Okay. So in case you didn't learn this before, no worries. Okay. For I'm nice. I'm being really nice. Okay. You should have paid more attention in your physics, mathematics. Okay. You didn't learn this. You should have. You should have learned this. Okay. But nobody's perfect, right? Yeah. So if you haven't learned it, yeah, I'm teaching you now. So pay attention. Okay. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay. So and then yeah, we'll do more basic stuff. Okay. So if you know this, yeah, go ahead skip this. Okay. Just I don't want to bore you. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna erase this. All right. So, and we go back to Cartesian geometry, Cartesian analytic geometry. Okay. So it's good that we have multiple pens, so many pens. Oh, I'm a rich man. Quoting from Twilight Zone, the obsolete man, the obsolete librarian. I love that episode. Okay, one of my favorite episodes of all time. Mr. Rostolin, right? He is a great writer. He's very well educated in English literature, American literature. Okay, so the sentences that he write, beautiful, beautiful. Uh, I mean, if you're a history major, political science major, whatever major you have, it's so cool. Okay, I'm not belittling your non-scientific majors. No, it's diversity is so cool. Okay, so but you should have taken some mathematics class seriously. Okay. In South Korea, at least when I was back then, mathematics was mandatory, no matter what major you may have. Okay, it was mandatory. Middle school and high school, elementary school. Okay. I don't know how it works in American public education system because I didn't go to American public education system. I don't have kids, so I have no idea what they teach. I just watched movies, okay, American movies, prom night, high school prom night, whatever. Okay, South Korea. At least when I was back then, there's no such a thing as high school prom. Why? It's all boys school, all girls school. Okay, gender separation, so that we just study, focus on studying, no distractions. So, anyways, um, but when I was in law school, we did have this law school prom, but I didn't have any date. I just went there by myself, and also I danced by myself too. Okay, so yeah, yeah. I mean, some kind and generous ladies. When I started dancing around, yeah, they let me do it, but nothing like lecherous or anything. No, no, just dancing next to each other. That's all. Because I'm not good at partnership dancing. I know a little, but I'm more solo dancer. Okay, like Tina Turner, right? I'm your private dancer, dancing for money. I do what you want me to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing what you want me to do. Okay, some basics. Okay, let's get back to this. Huh? So you have vector A, okay, and in yeah, I mean vector. You can look at it two ways: geometric way, like Cartesian coordinate system, arrow, and also vector. You can do linear algebra, matrix, more algebraic. Okay, so vector is both algebraic and geometric. Okay, so dot product, all right. Okay, your vector A. All right. Well, we prefer using juxta notation. Okay, juxtapositional notational convention. Okay, that's Joxer notation. Yeah, comma, 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 comma. Just like sigma is a meta function. Okay. So B, right? Then A dot B is what? Fill in the blank. I'm gonna grab my beer. Okay. Yeah, that's your homework assignment. Okay. Quiz. Express this. All right. Hint. Use sigma in multiplication. Okay. So. You get it? I mean, you got it? Yeah, I mean, it's easy, right? Beer is good. Give me reason to live. So yeah, in this coronavirus situation, survive and thrive, please. Okay. No, part of the reason why so many people die, yeah, mutation, right? Coronavirus, COVID-19. Yeah, some mutation. Yeah, I get it. But another part, so many people are dying is because they are afraid. If spirit is weakened, your body weakens too. Fear. All right. Oh, I'm afraid. So I want to just go to hospital and stay home and do nothing. That's very dangerous situation. Okay, so stay at home. Well, I understand the rationale behind it, but at the same time, if you're healthy, you wanna go out there and do some exercise. Okay, if your state allows that. Fortunately, yeah, Alaska allows that exercise as long as you keep some distance from other people in a park. But other towns, I mean, other states, not as fortunate as Alaska, so they lock down their state parks. Big mistake. They don't know what they're doing. So, yeah, then do home exercise. Okay? Yeah, you have to obey the law because you don't want to go to jail and pay the hefty fine. Alright, so. Yeah, plain vanilla multiplication. Okay, so yeah, that's algebraic definition of dot product. Geometric definition I already showed you. A times b times cosine theta, right? Now, let's make connection. Okay, so this is algebraic definition and geometric definition. Cosine theta is angle between A and B. Okay? Yeah, because uh, cosine function is symmetric uh, all along the upon the y-axis. So cosine theta is equal to cosine minus theta, right? So angle from A to B or B to A, it doesn't matter. Okay? Because cosine theta is cosine minus theta. Okay? and they're equal. Algebraic definition and geometric definition, they're equal. Why? Uh, yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you. Okay. Basics, right? Oh boy. If you know this, yeah, go ahead, skip this, okay? Or you can stay. 'Cause I tell you jokes as well. Woo! Strong vodka. All right. In vector analysis, okay, vector calculus, you have what's called unit vector. Okay? Unit length 1. Unit vector can be thought as vector with no length, vector with only pure direction, okay? Use 1 multiplied by something, it becomes that something, right? So, yeah. Okay? So, this vector A, you can decompose it with what? Small a, okay? So, small a, I mean, you know, we are dealing with n dimension, right? So we better, x, y, z, I, j, k. It doesn't work that way, okay? We're dealing with n dimensional space. Okay? Now you have vector b in 2-dimensional space. Yeah, you know what? I'm just showing you how it is, okay? But we're gonna call I2 just J. Yeah, whatever. Okay? Now, this is a tedious part, alright? Oh. So how do you prove the equivalence of these two things? Yeah, it's distributive law. Oh boy. We are assuming dot product is distributive, okay? Go ask other mathematicians how to prove it, okay? Because not every operator is distributive, okay? So, we could just I and J, because I. Go ahead, expand this, distribute it, okay, and see what it looks like, okay? I want to take a break. Probably it's not a good idea that I ever become a professor, because what do I do? Huh? Have some canteen and hide behind the podium and drinking out of my canteen. So when I give a lecture, it smells like alcohol everywhere in the lecture hall. Taking a break after, I mean, every like 10 to 15 minutes, and go smoke cigarette and come back, smoking like cigarette in the lecture hall, classroom. Probably it's not a good idea that I become a professor, okay? Talk about anti-gayism, anti-ultra-intellectualism. Come on. anti-tattoo piercism, anti-sugar fatism in front of class full of young people, liberal people. Huh? So most likely I'm not going to last very long as a professor, right? Probably I get fired in a couple of weeks, right? So yeah. Okay. By the way, thank you for watching this. Okay. God bless you. Yeah, you can matrix, right? First row, second row, first column, second column. Okay, yeah, kind of like matrix. So how did they come up with matrix? It's about the system of linear equations. Okay, so in order to express in a compact, efficient manner, uh, system of equations, first degree order multiple variables like x plus y plus z equal 1, right? That's how matrix came about. Okay, so it's not just some random definition, all right? They have some good reason to define matrix multiplication the way that they do. Okay, so yeah, just like dot product, it has some physical meaning. There's some reason that people defined dot product this way. Okay, yeah, physics work, right? Force, displacement, whatever. Okay, so now I dot I is 1 times 1 cosine 0 1, right? I dot j 1 times 1 times cosine 90 degrees 0. Okay, so these two guys cancel out. Okay, so what you have left is a1 b1 plus a2 b2. Okay, so which is algebra expression. Okay, that one geometric expression because we use cosine theta, right? So they are equivalent. Okay. All right. Let's take a break. Okay. So oh my goodness, it's just basics, right? It wasn't too bad, right? Matrix. Let's try that. So I'm kind of wondering. It's like matrix multiplication. Okay. So you have 2 by 1 matrix and 1 by 2 matrix, okay? 2 by 1 matrix, 1 by 2 matrix. So in the middle, they cancel out, just like vector addition, okay? So it becomes 2 by 2 matrix. Okay? Alright. It kind of looks like that, right? You have column vector, row vector. Okay? It's something we just noticed. Okay, it kind of look like that, right? Ah, something we just noticed. Yeah. We are dealing with matrix, linear algebra, okay, vector, geometry, algebra, linear algebra, matrix. Yeah, we're just doing some basic mathematics review because it's prerequisite. And you didn't take prerequisite classes, right? We can forgive you. Why? I did the same thing. Sometimes I would skip some classes and just go directly to learn some higher mathematics, and I got a B, right? Even in law school, I skip some classes and go directly to learn some very difficult class, financial regulation. Well, that class I got a C, judgment C. Okay, professors were very kind and generous to give me B or C because I didn't do very well. All right, because I skipped some classes. What I mean by skipping classes is that I didn't take the prerequisite classes before I take the advanced classes. That's what I mean. I never skip a class. I always attend. Right. So no absenteeism. No. We'll take a break. Okay. So all right. Basics. Oh. Okay. Let's do some more basics. Just one more. Okay. Projection. Come on. It's important concept. Okay. Projection. Yeah. I mean, you have. If you are doing some presentation, PowerPoint, whatever, right? You use projector, right? It's about light and shadow, straight line. Okay, so let's take a picture of this. Okay, so I mean John chapter what 3 verse 16. God loved the world and gave the world His only begotten Son Jesus. Right? If you ask me, I love the world, so I give you this review of basic elementary mathematics. Okay. I'm sorry about corny jokes. Okay. Yeah, we love Bible, but at the same time we make some biblical jokes. Okay, so welcome to humanology, alright? So because we are not 100% Christian here, we do more than Jesus. We do more than Bible. We do Socrates and Buddha, Confucius, mathematics, Islam. We do everything. Okay, so and also we are secular as well. Okay, we're half and half. Alright. So. Projection. Okay. My goodness, this pen is worn out. Okay, I put in the trash. Projection. Okay, so it's light and shadow. Okay, you have a vector here, right? And you have flashlight, so there's this wall and there's shadow of this arrow. Okay, if this is force vector F, this is F's projection onto y-axis. Now, sunlight was your ceiling light on the ground, this is shadow on the wall, and now you have shadow on the ground. Okay, so that's the projection of F onto x-axis, horizontal axis, vertical axis. Okay? So that's how you decompose a vector. Two, x component and y component. Okay? And humanology, we have two kinds of projections, convergent projection and divergent projection. Okay? It's like what's convergent projection? It's like an example is scapegoating. Okay. In New York, in London, okay, Asians are in hot seat now. There are a lot of bullying on Asians, even hate crimes on Asians, because and President Trump he's not quite helping, right? Yeah, calling for coronavirus as Chinese virus. He's not quite helping the situation, right? Yeah. And what's he gonna call it next? Asian virus? I mean, I read some news articles. Some Korean Americans in New York is getting bullied upon. They are not even Chinese; they're Koreans, right? And they're Korean Americans, but just because they look like Chinese, we're Asians. To non-Asians, we all look the same, right? So, yeah, guilty by not by association, but guilty by semblance. Okay, you look like Chinese, we bully upon you. Come on, guys. Stop that, okay? Come on. Get a grip. So some Americans are so angry at Asia because coronavirus came from Asia, right? But I mean, they're just people, some Americans or some English people, British people. They are very angry at Asians in general, but they don't have nuclear bombs, so they're not gonna shoot nuclear bombs and wipe out Asia. They're not in capacity to do so. But in their neighborhood, in New York, in London, there's some Asian guys there, Asian girls. So yeah, scapegoating. Because you cannot punish the entire Asia, it's just too big. But this convergent projection, you're focusing on this one Asian, scapegoating, okay? Convergent projection, you're projecting your anger against all Asians. You're converging your anger and focusing on this one Asian. Scapegoating, okay? That's convergent projection in humanology. And also there's divergent projection as well. Let's say you had some bad experience with this one white person, but you are so angry, blaming this one white person is not good enough. You're just too angry. You have to blame all Caucasian population. So you become anti-Caucasian East, anti-Caucasianist. It kind of reverse racism, right? Some people hate white people, okay? Because they had bad experience with this one white person, and they so blaming this one white person is not good enough because you are just too angry. So it's divergent projection. You start to hate all white people in the world. Racial bias. That's divergent projection. Okay? It doesn't always have to be about hatred, anger, negative emotion. It could be some positive emotion too. Maybe you have experienced this one African American who was very kind and generous to you. Now you love all African Americans, all black people. You love them. You love all of them. Divergent projection. Now, convergent projection, positive convergent projection. Okay. For whatever reasons, you love Jewish people, but you cannot give money to every single Jew in the world. There's this Jewish neighbor or Jewish co-worker, classmate in your vicinity. Oh, I can give some good gift to this one Jewish person. So you give them $100 Amazon gift card in appreciation of all the Jews that you just love. Convergent projection, positive convergent projection. Okay, so it could be negative or positive, convergent or divergent. So four possibilities, right? Combinatorics, 2 by 2. Okay? Convergent, divergent, positive, negative, 2 by 2 table. Okay. Well, I'm telling you, you have to learn mathematics. Okay, and you don't have to go back to school. Just go to Wikipedia, YouTube, websites, Stack Exchange. Okay. Or learn from me. Okay, I'll teach you. Okay, this projection. Okay. Straight line, 90-degree angle. All right, so that's projection. Whew. Just because you didn't take mathematics class. I mean, what were you doing in high school, huh? What you were dating? I am against teenage dating. Okay, I mean, if you are 18, 19, you're in college, freshman, fresh woman in college, maybe, right? Yeah, but still, yeah. If you're in school, you should be studying. Okay, so especially when you're in high school, middle school, you should not be dating. You're too young. All right. Abortion is expensive. It's emotionally taxing. It's costly, financially, emotionally, and it's just and also health wise. So unless same race, opposite sex, I mean same race, opposite gender, that kind of marriage, and you have enough money, you have career going on, both of you, man and woman, same race, opposite gender, and if you have enough money, yeah, then have children. It's important, but otherwise, abstinence. Okay. Abortion, that's expensive. Okay. Okay. Now we cover enough mathematics basics. Now we're gonna I'm gonna show you what God showed me. Okay, it's not dream or no, just trial and error. Okay, pencil and paper. Okay, but yeah, so it took me a while to grasp that concept. Yeah, feelings formula define the dot product between two people's opinions on issues. Okay, it does have some geometrical meaning too. So it's not some gimmickry. No, it's not. It's something real. All right. So we take 5 minutes break. Okay. So that I show you. It works like magic. Okay. So it's payday now. We did our groundwork, mathematical groundwork, and now we are ready to have some fantastic payday application in humanology. Okay. So I mean, to me, it's repetition. Okay, but most likely to you is for the very first time. Okay, because God gave it to me first. So I'm the initial discoverer, but God is the only creator. We humans, we only discover what He created long time ago. Okay? We just discover gold miners. Okay? Sure, gold digger, gold miner, whatever you call it. Okay? Ah, we'll take 5 minutes. She gave me money when I didn't need. Alright. Yeah, it's springtime in Alaska, so snow is melting. So there's this eavesdrop, drop, 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 drip, drip, drip from the, you know, not my ceiling. No, nothing is leaking, but this roof edge corner, yeah, snow melting, dropping water. So it makes this hole on the ground, snow covered ground. So I dipped my toes to that clear snow melt water hole. Quite refreshing. Alright, so okay. Let me get some mushroom drink. I got two of them, so you know La Bamba? They kind of got that tune from the Beatles. Not many people know about this. Okay, so. Yeah, twist and shout. Goes like this. Da 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 dan da da dan da da dan 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 da da dan da da dan. Let's shake it, baby, now. Twist and shout. Come on, baby, now. Hey, walk it around. Woo. Ah, wow. Huge fan. Yeah, La Bamba. It's a good song. It's a Mexican song, I guess. Yeah, they got the tune from Beatles. Okay. Not many people know about this. Okay. So. Yeah, La Bamba. How does it go? Da 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 da. They add some of their own stuff, right? Da 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 da. Baila, baila la bamba. Para baila la bamba. Yeah, to dance the bomb or whatever bamba means. Let me look it up. I don't want to misquote. Alright. Bamba, what does bamba mean? Does it mean bomb? I don't know. Pump? Okay. The pump, okay. I thought it was like bomb. I guess not. Yeah, in order to dance the pump style dancing, you should have, I don't know. But Spanish is a naturally rhyming language, like end in a for female nouns, end in o for male nouns. Okay, like yeah. Para baila la bamba. What a beautiful rhyming. Spanish language is very naturally rhyming language. Okay, so easier to rhyme in Spanish because there are female nouns ending in a, male nouns ending in o, something like that. Okay. And also, I'm a huge fan of this Brazilian singer Rita Lee. Okay, she's not Asian. Okay, she's Caucasian Brazilian. Okay, so red hair, pink skin, and blue eyes. Okay, she's kind of like tomboy style a little bit, but amazing singer. Dancing, yeah, I did see her music video. The dancing, she can. She's not a as good a dancer as she's a great singer. Okay, so let me just tell you that much. Okay, I started learning Portuguese in order to understand her lyrics. Okay, I'm a huge fan. Rita Lee. Yeah. Lanza Perfume and Baila Conmigo. Yeah. Anyways, let's get back to projection. Okay, so. Oh boy. Alright. Let's say you're Republican, okay? So it's your world point of view. You are the standard. Okay, that's egocentrism. Egocentrism in humanology. That's something very natural. Okay. Do you have a dog, a pet, your cat? In dogs' eyes, in your kitty cat's eyes, in their minds, these animals, your pets, they are the masters of the universe. Your dog, in dog's mind, your pet dog's mind, your lap dog or whatever dog you have, you work for them. You go to work, right? When your dog is just doing nothing. Oh, I'm a dog. I'm so cute. You're not my master. No, you're my slave. Get it right, okay? You work for me. I am your dog. You work for me. You go to work. I'm just sitting here. I'm the boss. You are not my boss. No. You work for me. You work for me. I am your dog. No. I'm not your dog. You are my human worker. You work for me. You go to work, you bring me food, you clean after me, right? I am the master. Okay, I am. You are my slave. You Homo sapiens. You work for me. I am your master. You are my slave. Yeah, keep working, bring me the food, pay my rent. This house is my house. Why? I'm in this house all the time, 24/7. I never leave this house. I own this house. Yeah, go ahead, work, pay my mortgage of my house. I own this house. Better yet, I own you. Yeah, you're my slave. Homo sapiens. You're not as smart as you think you are, okay? Delusions. I'm quoting from, partially quoting from Twilight Zone, okay? So, yeah, delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. That's the only thing I quoted from Twilight Zone, okay? Oh, you say it's dog eat dog world? No, it's human eat human world. Because we dogs, we are smart. We are smarter than you think. We dogs, canines, and our colleagues, felines, kitty cats, we conquered humanity. You work for us. We own you. We own you. So keep working, you pathetic Homo sapienses. Yeah, life is good. We dogs, cats, we don't have to lift a single finger, okay? We just sit here, watch television, play video games while you are gone. You don't know. You don't know what we do in our houses while you are going working for us. Yeah, bring in the dollars. We just count the money. Dogs and cats. You don't know what we do when you're gone in our houses. Yeah, we play video games. We cook our food in the microwave. We watch televisions. Okay, so yeah, read comic books. Life is good. We own our houses. We own Homo sapienses who bring us food. It's good to enslave humanity, don't you think? Kitty cat. Yay! Yes. Yeah. 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 Cheers. Yeah, we do drinking too. Okay, so have you ever wondered why your vodka bottle goes so empty so quickly? Because while you are gone, you Homo sapiens, yeah, we have this house party, We bring in all these kitty cats, neighborhood dogs, okay, sometimes Alaskan wolves, bears. No, 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 bears, they are, sometimes they crash the party, right, every now and then, but they are unwanted, they are uninvited. But yeah, bears, when we dogs and cats eat this human food in the refrigerator, dog food, cat food, yeah, we just throw them to the bears because they were uninvited guests. We just give them dog food, cat food, and they eat those things. Okay, so they were uninvited guests. Okay, so we dogs and cats, we eat human food. We know how to open up refrigerator. We know how to cook things in microwave. Okay, yeah, life is good because we canines and felines, we enslaved high and mighty Homo sapiens species. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, okay. So let's say you're a Republican. Okay, so you're pro-gun, right? And you're pro-freedom. Okay, individual freedom. Okay, smaller government. So person A, Adam. Okay, it's about here. That's his position vector in this ideological space. Okay, pro-gun, pro-freedom, right? Smaller government. Okay, ideology space, ideological space. Okay, or human space, humanological space. Okay, whatever. This Adam, his position vector in ideology space. Okay, now Bob, he's kinda shenanigan Republican. Okay, he's when it comes to gun, he's not anti-gun, not pro-gun, but when it comes to freedom, individual freedom, small government, yeah, he's gung ho. He's all for it. Okay, so in Adam's world, how does this Bob fare? How would Adam evaluate Bob? Okay, because they are different. There's this angle there. So according to Adam, Bob, he's not too bad. Okay, he's pro freedom. Okay, yeah, but he's not pro gun. So in the eyes of Mr. Adam, Mr. Bob, it's not too bad. It's not, but he's not excellent. He's just okay guy. Alright, so that's the projection in Adam's world. Okay, this projection of Bob onto Adam's standard. Okay, so it's old school way, yeah, projection vector, proj, Proj, of Bob onto Adam's standard. That's this guy. Okay? So, feeling that Adam feel about Bob is yeah, so that's the geometrical meaning of this dot product. He's positive, okay, because they agree, okay, when it comes to small government, freedom, individual freedom. But it's not pro-gun, okay, so Adam, yeah, you, Bob, you are not excellent, but you are okay, you are good enough, okay. So, because you are not pro-gun, there's this angle, okay, so Bob, yeah, you are pro gung ho individual freedom, small government, but because you are not pro gun, uh, when you when Adam project Bob into his eyes, projection image, it shortens. Yeah, projection of Bob onto Adam, in Adam's world point of view, in his standard egocentrism, which is very natural. Okay, it's not bad, not wrong, not good, not bad, not right, not wrong. It's just the way it is. Egocentrism in humanology. Okay. Psychology they condemn it as narcissism, but in humanology we just observe. It's just the way it is, and sometimes it's good. Sometimes it could be bad, but mostly it's just the way it is. Egocentrism. Okay, your dogs, your cats. Okay, everybody's egocentric. Okay, everybody is the center of the world, and nobody is. Okay, so yeah, so Adam, according to Adam, Bob, he's okay guy, not bad, just okay guy, not excellent. He's okay, right? So shortens when you project, okay? Because he's not programmed like Adam is. There's this difference angle, alright? So that's why it shortens when you do this projection, okay? So okay. So Adam feels okay about Bob. Okay. This is cosine theta projection factor. Okay. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay. So interesting, huh? Yeah. Welcome to the magic of humanology. Okay. So it's good stuff. I told you. Okay. Bye. Okay. Having fun? Are you having fun? Do you like this? Yeah, it works magically, right? Why? My my guess is that God created this for us, okay? And I'm just a messenger. I'm not a prophet because I'm not famous. Okay, prophet in the old Testament days, there's somebody very famous. Okay, so but I'm not famous. I'm not a celebrity, so that's why I'm not a prophet. Maybe I'm prophet wannabe, but yes, I'm a messenger still. Just pizza delivery boy. Okay. I didn't create this. God did. The man upstairs. Okay. And he gave it to me first. Now I'm sharing it with you, everybody. I'm just delivery boy, messenger. Okay. So, underdog. Okay. So what's my paycheck as a delivery boy? Yeah, vodka. God, thank you. He pays me with vodka. Okay, so yeah. As long as I have cigarettes and vodka, I'm a happy camper. Okay, so I'm very easy to please. Easy to please. Yeah, I'm not difficult. I'm very easy. Very easy. Easy to please. So yeah, I mean literature. Are you English major? I mean, if you are here, most likely you are Google YouTube policy compliance officer. So what's your major? Most likely you are not a computer programmer, right? If you are a computer programmer in Google YouTube, you're not watching this, right? Yeah, most likely you're English major, history major, political science major, maybe journalism major. Okay, I don't know, public relations, huh? Maybe you used to be pre-law as a poli sci major, right? Yeah, you wanted to go to law school. That's why you major in political science, like President Barack Obama did back in the days, right? But so what? You went to Ivy League or some big school, Berkeley, Stanford, and this campus in campus recruiters, right? And the Google they offer this job, com- Google you to policy compliance officer job. So you just took it, and maybe you study for LSAT. Maybe you wanna go to law school later on, huh? I'm just trying to guess who you are, huh? Let me stop and restart this because I don't want this computer or this software crash. This is important stuff. Okay? Let me just stop and restart, okay? So to make sure this gets saved.